If you followed older tutorials to link Abaqus with Fortran and suddenly nothing works in Abaqus 2025, this video is for you. In this tutorial, I'll show the correct way to link Abaqus 2025 with Fortran and Visual Studio for subroutines, step by step using the updated compilers and settings that actually work. No outdated guides, no broken configuration, just a clean setup from scratch. And the good news is every link you need is in the description down below. So let's get started. So the first step is to know which version are compatible. So you have to search Intel Fortran Visual Studio compatibility and click on the first website that pops out. And here you can see if you have Intel OpenAPI 2025 and you can have Intel 2025 compiler version which is compatible with Visual Studio 2022 or Visual Studio 2019. So in this video we're trying to use the OpenAPI 2024, which means we need to install Visual Studio of 2022 or 2019. And here we have 2024.1, we have the ICX and IFX, and if you have 2021, it is i4. I explained that later in the video. Let's download the Visual Studio first. So if you search Visual Studio 2022 download, you can see the website only has the Visual Studio 2026. There's no way to download it from here, but if you go back here, it says my Visual Studio, so there's Visual Studio 2022. If we click on it, we have to log in. I already logged in, and here we can see we have different options like Visual Studio Professional. Here we can download the Professional, then you can save it here. If you go to the folder, it goes directly to the installation, continue. So as you see here, we are installing Visual Studio Professional 2022. Here we can have install while downloading. I would like to click on this one. I don't need to wait until it downloads it first, then installing it. So the only thing we need to check here is this one, desktop development with C++, and then we can click on install. It tries to download and installing at the same time. Yeah, as you can see, the installation is completed. Let's go and download the OpenAPI HPC toolkit. So if you go here, say download OpenAPI HPC toolkit, and we can go here, OpenAPI HPC toolkit, and here download now. Let's check it here, but the version is 2025.3. It is totally useless for us. We cannot link the Fortran, so we have to try another way. So if we go back to the search here, we need to write down the 2024 HPC toolkit in the Intel community, which is here. And yeah, if we come all the way down to here, this guy put the link for OpenAPI base toolkit and HPC toolkit. So we need the HPC toolkit, and we can access to the installation just right away here. I also put the link in the description so that you can download it easier. It is downloaded. Let's click on it. We need to click on yes. We should extract it first. Let's continue. It is downloading, then preparing for the installation. OpenAPI Intel. I accept the terms here, then continue for recommended installation. And here we should check the Microsoft Visual Studio to be with this one. And I consent. Then we install the OpenAPI HPC Toolkit 2024. Okay, as you see, the HPC Toolkit 2024 is installed successfully. Now let's open the Visual Studio 2022 to see if it is linked with it or not. So if I go continue without a code and file, new and file here. If you have Intel or Fortran, so you should see this one. If you don't see it right now, it means Fortran and Visual Studio are not linked together. Now the next step is to create environment variables. So environment variables here, and you need to go to environment variables right here, and in the system we need to put the Fortran compiler and the Visual Studio. So if you click here, Visual Studio 2022, right click and open file location. Once more you open the file location, so we have to go here, VC and auxiliary, then build, and here we have the build. We copy this one. So once more, if you installed it in the default folder, it should be drive C, program files, Visual Studio 2022, community, VC, auxiliary, and build. So we go back to the system variables. In the path, we need to click on edit and we need to paste it here. Then you click on OK. Then you find the path here and you need to click on new, then Control V and OK. So it would be enough for the Visual Studio, but you need to do that for OpenAPI HPC Toolkit as well. Then let's go here, drive C, program files 86. Then we need to find Intel here. This is Intel. This one we have to go to OpenAPI. From OpenAPI you need to go to the compiler. You might have a bunch of different compilers you have installed before. I have 2025, 2024.2, 2024.0 and 2022.2. This works for the Abaqus 2024 version. So this one is the one we installed. So we go here, then we need to go to the env and we have the vars path. So we need to copy this path here, then we go and add the new one here and on the path here as well. And there we go, we click on OK, then OK, and we're done with this. Now we're down to the last step, and by far this is the most important step. But before we continue, I want to ask you a favor. If you enjoyed this video so far, please write a comment for me down below. It's totally free for you, but it helps me a lot to grow. Thank you very much. We need to go to the Abaqus folder, and in the commands, if you have ABQ 2024, you need to copy this one, go back here and paste it. Then you need to edit it here, edit in Notepad. Yours might not have this one yet. Here we need to write call space, then we need to paste the OpenAPI compiler version. So once more we go to the path. So here we have the vars and you need to copy as path, and after that we need to paste it here. So I paste it here and we need to write down the version. So it is Intel 64 vs 2024, and this one is the same. So you need to save this one. So then you need to copy here, go to the command and paste it to replace the destination. After you've done that, there's only one tiny step. Once more we open this one, edit in Notepad. So I want to copy this one, Control C and paste it here. I place and a space, then I Control C this one. Then you need to find Abaqus CAE, open file location, and here we have Abaqus CAE. Go show more option and properties, and you need to select here just before the c.simulia and you paste it here. You click on OK, continue. Now you need to do the same for the Abaqus command. You can press Alt and Enter to go directly to this one, and you can paste it here, then click on OK, continue. Now it's time to verify that they are linked together or not. So I open the Abaqus command, and we need to write here Abaqus info equal to system and press enter. Wait for it to be completed, and you should see the Intel Fortran compiler version here. Because I already linked my Abaqus with 2021 version, it shows here, but if you're doing it for the first time, you definitely see the 2024 version here. So this was the first and most crucial way to ensure that Abaqus and Fortran are linked together. If you don't see it here, it means you've done something wrong and you have to go back and troubleshoot the problem. So the next command is Abaqus verify user std. We need to select that, and you see here Abaqus product verification. We have the verification completed and the result is pass. It means they are linked together. The last but not least is Abaqus verify user exp. So that's for dynamic explicit, and we have to wait. And as you see here, Abaqus explicit single precision user subroutine completed and the validation succeeded. And if you wait once more, we have the result of pass for double precision and verification procedure is completed. So if you've done everything and you still couldn't get the pass from this one, there's one more step you can do. Hear me out. I open this website. Here it says you have to go to the C Simula EST Products 2024 Win B64 SMA site. So we copy this one and we open it. Here we need to open Windows 86 underline 64 env. So we need to edit it in Notepad. There's something we should do. We need to change all of I imports with ifx. To do that, you need to do the Control H, and here we need to input ifort, and the next one must be ifx, and we can replace all. And if you search, you should not see any iforts, but if you search ifx, you should see one ifx here, and that will be all. Just let me know in the comments down below if you could link your Abaqus 2025 or 2024 with the Fortran, and congrats if the linkage was successful. Now that you linked your Abaqus with Fortran, it's time for your first subroutine lesson. Click on the video on screen before it ends, and I see you there. Stay tuned.